What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 124, Snakes and a Fatman, over on the Fatman Nation there. And we had a good day today. Let's see, 2023 winner Paul Sandor Oriello came over, and we filmed some stuff for the Canada road trip. I don't know if everybody knows this or not, but Robin called us and asked us to be the Red Line Road Trip B squad in case Steven and Shane fucked it all up. Okay. So fucking he asked me and Paul to do some videos and some fun little stuff for that. And didn't give us any money. All right. Fucking couldn't give us any money because Robin already sponsored the new 15 minutes of lane belt. So he had no money left over to pay for our trip. So that's a little bit of a source of contention between us. But we're gonna have a little bit of fun with it anyway. So if you're here and you choose to fucking throw a super chat over to us to help pay for the gas and the hotel and everything else of us going all the way up to another fucking country to help out Redline, we would kind of appreciate it. Okay. So listen, right off the bat, I'm going to let you know that this episode is sponsored by Redline. Okay. Robin has been, I've been friends with the guy fucking forever now. And he came on board and we were talking actually before he started Redline. And he came into the hobby and won the mic drop award. Fucking just took over reptile shipping and is now the biggest reptile shipper in the country. Okay. So you can't really even argue with that fact. Now, if you want to if you want to get a snake from one place to another, use the code Robin60 and you'll get 60% off your first 2 shipments with Redline shipping. And then when you're done with that, we got another one. Use the code Fatman5. You get an additional $5 off Redline's already discounted rates. So definitely do something with Redline. Robin's a great guy to partner up with. And, I got 2 of my sponsors basically taking over their individual sectors in the hobby. I actually got more than that, but the other sponsors already took over. So it's it's a pretty cool thing to have these kind of relationships with the big guys that we have here at Snakes and the Fatman. And it's only from persistence and doing it for 8 fucking years. And they know that when they sponsor us, they will get direct results, and that's because of you guys. So thank you for always stepping up for our sponsors. We really appreciate it. Again, go check out Redline Shipping at redlineshipping.com. We got a couple of fun little videos that'll be coming your way this week. And Paul and I leave for Canada on the 4th or the 13th, I believe. So speaking of Canada, Christy Lynn has won the 2 tickets to get the free entry into the CRBE. So we appreciate Christy coming out. She's going to be out there with her family. And it's going to be the first time I meet a lot of you guys because, basically, like, who goes to Canada, right? Like, I mean, nobody ever just goes to Canada for the hell of it, right? So fucking, we're going to do just that. We're going to go to Canada for the hell of it. Go check out redlineshipping.com and use those promo codes I gave you. Now, let's just see who's in the room real quick. Let's just see. Look at this. Demonic Reptiles already just popped in the super chat. Fucking love you, Lenny. Lenny's doing his part to make our Canada trip happen. Okay. M&K Exotics, pow. In the super chat for $2, doing their part to make our shit happen. Okay, let's head on over and see who's been here from the get-go right now. I got Shauna backstage working all the all the backstage shit from her computer back there. So see your serpent, Stan. What's going on, Stan? How are you, sir? Demonic again, boom. Stop by to show the love. Fucking Sammy Vargas. Vargas is also gonna be in Canada with us. So I plan on just hanging out with Sammy is always fucking fun. Fucking Edge of Panic. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good job on the show. Creative Coralopus. Thank you, Dick, for always being here with all our shit. HJS Serpents, Patreon member. Fucking I wanted to say all day, every day, but I'm not gonna say it. But fucking HJS is a big time Patreon member. Gecko Diva, Patreon member. Fucking Crystal. We're gonna be hanging out with her in Canada also. Her and Gerald. Aaron Klein from Batter Up Balls. What's up, brother? How's everything, man? So let's see who else we got here. Morphs, Jamie. Jamie might have made a little mistake recently. That's okay. We all forgive her, all right? But we definitely had some laughs over it. Balls Deep. What's up, Chris? How you doing? You were just on a show also. So Python Prince, my boy, fucking former male stripper. We got two of them now. We got an American and a fucking Canadian. Look at that. They're both together. Gerald and Blake. Fucking Gerald and Blake will rock your world, whether you're in America or Canada. All right. Let's see. Aaron Klein, thank you, brother, for the super chat. I appreciate you doing your part to help me and Paul pay for the fucking Redline road trip B Squad. Okay. Python Portal, what's up, Will? Thank you, sir, for popping by. I appreciate you. Who else do we got? Gecko Diva again. That's my girl, Crystal. Fucking that's yeah. We got something going on with Canadian pizza while we're there, possibly American pizza. That's where we may send them. Jason Phillip, what's up, brother? How are you doing? Let's see. Is that all we got? We're done? Okay. All right. Fuck you guys. I thought there was more than that. Look at that. Fucking ton of people showed up. We got about 30 people here right now. So while I'm here, I might as well tell you that the show is also sponsored by my boy, fucking Reptichip. Listen, Reptichip, don't be a Repta bitch. All right. JT Thomason, best cocoa chip around. A lot of people say they got the best cocoa chip, but they don't, and you fucking know it. All these fucking dumb fucking verbs followed by the word cocoa. All right. It's just fucking stupid. Don't fall for it. Don't be a Repta cunt. Okay. Be a Repta bro. Okay. Come on up with a Repta chip, okay? Fucking, listen, you got a fucking $8,000 snake, and you're gonna save $2 by fucking getting one of these cut rate cocoa fucking companies to do their betting, and they're gonna be miserable. All right, snakes are just happier on Repta chip. Yeah, I said it. They're fucking happier on Repta chip. They're miserable on these fucking other shit cocos that you're seeing pop up all over the place. Go to JT Tomlinson. He's the original guy. He's veteran owned. If you don't use Reptichip, what do you fucking hate veterans? All right. If you hate veterans, you fucking suck. So fuck you, Repta bitches. Anyway, go to reptichip.com. They're still the best fucking cocoa out there. All right. Now I know that you're really not here to see me. Okay. I am well aware of that. We got a bunch of cool people here tonight. We got QBall Morphs. We got Matt Parks from Pangea Reptile. I mean, like, face it, we're killing it. All right, we're killing it. We got people coming on our show that don't go on anybody else's show. Okay, proof of that is Limey doing the storytellers for the Patreon people. Okay, how fucking great is that? If you want to help the channel out and join the Patreon, just head on over to patreon.com/thefatmannation. And we got a bunch of cool exclusive behind the scenes stuff there. We got exclusive video there. We got exclusive contests that we run. We have a fucking kicking fucking Discord that doesn't only talk about fucking snakes. Okay. Don't come to our little world if you live and breathe this shit. If you got no other fucking family life or life outside of reptiles, like, isn't that the worst? Worse with like fucking ball pythons is a lifestyle. Shut the fuck up. No, it's not. It's something that you're doing for a little bit extra money on the side. So come join our fucking Discord and be with like-minded people that just love to laugh. All right. Anyway, you're here for the fucking for QBall Morphs and Matt, not me fucking whining and bitching about shit. So this is what we're gonna do. All right. We're gonna start the old 15 minutes with Wayne and Natalie Rivera, right? Sounds Puerto Rican. They're the only Puerto Ricans in Oregon. That's interesting. All right, let's just see what's going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Snakes in the Fatman proudly brings to you its new breeder segment, 15 Minutes of Lame!
What's up, guys? It's Justin at Canova. For the past 5 years, 15 Minutes of Lame has become a launch pad for so many new successful breeders and a badge of honor in this industry. It's been so amazing to watch the passion and dedication you guys have and to watch your businesses grow. Just remember, the next me might be you.
15 Minutes of Lame!
Look who we got here, everybody. We got Wayne and Natalie Rivera over at QBall Morphs. What's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Yeah, we're living the dream over here. We're making shit happen. All right. Yo, your wife is way too hot for you, dude. Just so you know. Just right off the bat, it's fucking. You're killing me already. All right. This was not Wayne is an awesome dude relationship. This was based on like Wayne has cool snakes relationship, wasn't this? You could say no.
He did not actually have snakes when I first met him.
Oh, so it was a personality. It was personality and dick size. Was that? That's all.
Yes, you can say that. All of the above.
I have heard stories from other dudes. I heard it is not all of the above, but we'll just skip right over that. Listen, QBall Morphs, fucking where you're in Oregon, right?
Correct.
A lot of weird people out there, man.
Yes, I agree.
People in that Oregon, fucking Washington area, but you got Bigfoot and whores and druggies and fun stuff. You wouldn't think you guys would have so many drug people for the Bigfoot capital of the fucking world. I mean, like, you guys have a lot of like weed is a big thing up there, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like a weed shop on every corner.
Probably every corner.
Yeah. That's do you guys partake? I'm
a partaker.
Yes, we do.
Oh man, you are, huh? You're fucking high motherfucker. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna use that against you. All right. So listen, they need money for weed, so buy some of their snakes. Okay. Go follow QBall Morphs on fucking Instagram. But you guys know how this works. We're gonna put 15 minutes on the clock. Pow, that's gonna start now. Where'd the name come from?
So my son, Quentin, he got with me when he was about 6 years old and was like, "Hey, Dad, can we do a breeding project with ball pythons for school?" And I was like, "Let's talk to your mom about it." And she was like, "Well, yeah, man, go ahead and do it, but I want nothing to do with it, pretty much." And that's how it got the name, right after my son Quentin.
QBall is one of his nicknames.
Gotcha. Okay, I thought it was. Yeah, I never put that together. I always thought it was something to do with Qbert. But you guys are too young to remember Qbert, right?
No. I love Qbert. That was a good game.
Look at Natalie. She's like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?" Like, Jesus Christ. Okay, very cool. Well, you guys are one of the few people that are actually crushing it up there, right? You guys are doing really well. And I've heard about you guys through Stone Age, who was a contestant last year. So you guys are all set up and you're running this whole thing like a business right off the bat, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So it's not just a hobby for you.
No.
Is it a full-time thing for you?
No, we have two other businesses, which is adult foster cares, that I've been doing since 1999. And so this became a hobby with my son, and this just turned into a full job.
Well, you broke up there? Did you say adult foster care?
Yeah. Yeah, we've been doing I've been doing a behavioral adult foster care for 25 years.
Okay, now you're gonna be crazy if you think we're gonna gloss right over that. What does that involve?
Um,
They have intellectual or developmental disabilities, and a lot of them are highly behavioral challenged. So they're all special needs people with varying levels of support needs, and we help take care of them and have support staff involved in the caring of the individuals.
So it's not just a bunch of one-legged dudes that you're pushing around all day.
No.
Like me. Okay, it's actual for people with problems. Because
Yeah,
a lot of people say I have problems, but fucking, I don't think I do. I think I get by pretty good. So I'm picturing you guys just pushing one-legged dudes fucking around. Look at Limey. Limey found a place to live. Okay. All right. So do you both do that?
Yes.
Okay. And that sounds like it's pretty time consuming.
It can be, but we have a whole team of people that help us with that.
Okay. And do you have like a facility to do that, or do you do that at your house?
Yeah, we have two. We own two other homes that are just foster cares.
See, you people are really throwing me for a loop here because you actually have a job that actually helps people, and which means that you guys are caring, nice individuals. And I don't know if you ever watched the show, but that's not really our brand. Okay. So what you're saying is throwing me off enough to fucking kind of just be like, all right, what the hell are we doing here? All right, so you're doing that. So how long have you been doing the snakes for a living, or for one of your big jobs?
We actually had started in 2004. So about 20 years ago, and we were also a USDA licensed breeding facility for exotic animals. And so we were into a lot of different animals. And then when Quentin, QBall, who was born, we slowly got out of the animals because we were going to raise kids. So we took a 5 or 6 year break. And then, like Wayne already said, Quentin realized how much he loved reptiles and was like, well, how unjust that all this happened before, my time on Earth. And so that's how we slowly got into it, and then it exploded all over again. So
and how soon after your kid came to you with the idea were you like, oh, we could get into this and probably make it a business again?
Well, I mean, I guess the first thing I went out, and was kingsnake.com back then, and what's that other one, Fauna? Anyway, we ended up buying somebody's collection, bought 15, 20 snakes, something like that, for like $2K, and it had some recessives in it, some double, recessives in it, and it was a pretty good deal, really. And we brought those home, and that was our first start, honestly. We bred those, me and my son, and believe it or not, every female hit. And we had 15, 20 clutches that year. And that's when I wanted to quit.
yeah, seriously, right?
Yeah.
First year that we were doing this, we were told 40% of the breedings you have will never take. Okay. So we bred 100 snakes. Every fucking snake hit.
Yeah.
First year. Well, we got like 80 something snakes, 100 snakes. Boom, we have 700 snakes like overnight.
Right.
Okay, within like 3 more months, and that's when I wanted to quit too. So I totally understand.
Overwhelming to say the least.
Yeah, it's literally it's what I always say that when you have 100 snakes, it becomes a full-time job. When you have 700 snakes, it's like you're working 23 hours a day, and you just feel like this is exhausting. However, it also makes you kind of makes it become a business faster, right? Because obviously you didn't hold on to all 15 clutches.
Right.
And back in the day when you had to use fauna classifieds and king snake, but like that was literally the worst, because you would post something on king snake and fucking 5 minutes later it would be down to page 19 because fucking everybody else posted their shit too. And I'm surprised, like king snake is still around, believe it or not. And it's weird to just go to this site that looks like it was developed in the early 2000s, and they haven't changed one thing. All right, they haven't changed one thing about king snake. So if you put up an ad, your ad still goes to number 19 fucking within 5 minutes. That they did nothing. So you guys were around for the advent of Morph Market.
Yes.
Okay. And how did that change everything for you?
Truthfully, Morph Market has helped a lot in many ways, but I haven't used a whole lot of it due to the fact of how many animals I've produced, and it was more or less being able to sell at the shows and stuff like that. I was able to do really good there. Now I'm at the point where, man, I need to stack that Morph Market, and everything else out there, because I'm producing 500 babies, every
year. That's a lot. It's a lot to sell at fucking Pac Northwest fucking 3 times a year, or however many times it is. So you guys are obviously show people, right?
Yes.
Okay. What's your hard limit on distance of a show as far as vending?
I've gone to Anaheim, this last Anaheim, so that's been my furthest so far. The Super Show.
What's that, about 9 hours?
It was like 12 or 13 hours, I think.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It was.
That's crazy.
Horrible.
Too far.
How'd you do with that show?
Oh, not good at all. Honestly, it was the first time I ever felt like I got skunked. It was like a dog sitting there with his tail between his leg in a corner, like, what the fuck?
I could hear that. But do you find that you do well at the shows up there because there's not a ton of Bob Vu's or Josh Jackies or Justin Kabilgas or Miguel Garcia's? Is that why you're doing well up there?
I feel that that could be one of the reasons why I do well up here. The money isn't here like it is like in California or the East Coast, but it is steady. So my thing is, I'd rather have steady than no money at all.
Well, that'll lead right into since 2006, how much money have you put into this hobby?
Go ahead, babe. A house.
At least a house. A very nice house with a little property.
Okay, so 300 grand?
At least.
Okay. How much have you gotten back from this hobby? I want to say since we're probably looking about 100 grand altogether within all the time. This year, maybe more than that. This year we did pretty damn good, believe it or not. So within saying that, I think it just depends on what is in your displays, man. And versatility is what I believe what sells snakes, and not just high end. We're talking, you need to be able to have stuff for everybody in the market, from beginners to your breeders. So that's what I focus on the most part, is I make cool stuff, but I make it for everybody. Right. I got you. Well, yeah, that's the thing that Bob Vu kind of noticed is if you look at Bob Vu's table nowadays, it has everything from a $200 bell to a $15,000
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
whatever clown. And you have to have all that because otherwise you're leaving money on the table for the people that just do low end and just do high end. So big projects that you're working on as far as big investment type projects.
Some Stranger Murray stuff.
Okay.
And then we believe we made one of the first puzzle pies, if not the first puzzle.
Well, I don't believe we made the first puzzle pie. I believe we made the nicest puzzle pie.
There you go.
Okay. All right. And that's obviously up on your Instagram?
Yes, it's on Instagram. I've gotten lots of people that made them even said it looks great. Yeah, it was, I was going after that for 3 years and finally hit it this year, as well as hopefully the puzzle clowns. I don't know. I got the Super Mandarin stuff. I'm into a little bit of everything, like the ranging we talked about.
Right.
Just
We made some cool stranger pies
yeah,
as well.
Cypress stranger pies. Yeah.
Okay. Very well. Fucking. Let's talk some sponsors real quick. Obviously, you're up in Oregon, so you use Reptichip, right?
Well, nope. I'm one of those cunts that don't. I'm a distributor for the Reptichip. I'm not the Reptichip, but the fucking the chipper. So.
Oh, yay! Yay! Fucking yay! Right off the bat, JT the veteran gives you a big old fuck you. Okay, ow, that's what he does. Okay,
I know.
He does that.
Okay.
Now
We'll
I
take
saw
it.
your logo. Okay, it doesn't look like you used Stewart Design to design that logo.
No, I actually had designed that 6 years ago or 7 years ago. I've thought about rebranding it for sure. I have a lot of friends that use the Stewart, like Jason Amos and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I'm leaning towards it a lot.
Well, regardless, until you do, Blake Stewart still gives you a fuck you. Okay, there's a two-parter here. Have you ever bought a snake from Justin?
Yeah.
Yes, those are the ones, I'm hoping to prove out the puzzle clown with, because I have the same clutch babies from 2020 that he sold up to the guy in Japan.
That's fucking awesome. Okay, so Canova does not give you a fuck you. However, I'm sure here's where it's going to change. Do you use clutch?
Yes,
No, get the fuck out of here. Really?
yes.
Holy shit. Okay. Fucking Justin Kabilka does not give you a fuck you. Okay. At all. Okay. Have you ever been to a herp show?
Yes.
I don't think you have. You're up in Oregon. I think you're lying to me.
No, I've flown. No, I try to get out there as much as I can to do whatever.
Not to vend, but
Not
to attend.
not to vend, but to just attend.
That's okay. Sean Gray does not give you a fuck you. Okay. Do you have a sea serpent's rack in your house?
I have one.
That's all you need. Okay. Chris Nettles does not give you a fuck you. Do you use Charlie to test your sheds
Yes.
over at Gray Rider?
Yes.
Charlie does not give you a fuck you. Okay. Well, your time is up, but we're going to keep going with this. Okay.
No.
Are you a member of USARC?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Fucking Phil Goss does not give you a fuck you. Okay. Let's see. Did we miss anybody here? Let's see. We got Best Pet RX. You probably don't use them because they're not licensed in Oregon, or they might be. You should use them anyway for any compounded medications for anybody. Sea Serpents, Herps, Gray Rider. Okay. Clutch. I can't even believe you guys use Clutch. Oh, why did I skip this? Obviously, you use Redline shipping.
No, sir.
Well, I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna get a fuck you on that because I use Ship Your Reptiles.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you get a fuck you from Robin and from me. Okay. Fucking A. God damn it. All right. Well, you fucking left on a low note, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm fucking saying. God damn it. All right. Anyway, where can people get in touch with you?
So Instagram, Facebook,
website.
website. It's all QBall Morphs, .com or QBall Morphs everything. So you can find us.
Well, everybody fucking go over and follow and subscribe to QBall. They're nice people. They're nice people. And the wife got like a hot little librarian thing going on. Like fucking, it fucking works. Okay. Fucking keep this poor hapless son of a bitch with this hot fucking young lady. Okay. So fucking help him out and fucking do what you gotta do. Everybody, QBall Morphs, guys, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you guys.
Thanks for having us, Chris.
All right, guys, we'll talk to you later, okay?
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Making the Batman proudly brings to you its new breeder segment, 15 Minutes of Lame!
All right. Look, listen, they were pretty cool for fucking Northwest people. And actually, I was talking to Wayne prior to the show, and he actually knows who Casey Lassick was. So good for him. He's one of the few people out there who fucking know who the legendary Casey Lassick is, as opposed to all you young people who are fucking thinking like, who the fuck is Casey Lassick right now? Yeah, fuck you to all those fucking people that don't know Casey Lassick. Anyway, listen. You need to look professional. You need marketing help, and you're going to get all that if you go to Stewart Design, okay? They're a little expensive. I'm not going to lie. They're a little bit expensive, okay? They're definitely, if you're making, $700 a show and you live in your mom's basement and, you're basically just a ball python loser, odds are you're not going to be able to afford Stewart Design. However, for the people that are crushing it right now and they have an extra 20 to 30 grand in their pocket, they're going to want to talk to Blake Stewart over at Stewart Design. Just go look them up. SD Brands is their Instagram handle. I believe it's also their website. Listen, he's going to elevate you guys to the next fucking level. He's done so for Jason Amos. He's done so for Canova. He's done so for Cold Blooded Cafe. He also works on big national campaigns for like, what's that chicken place? Yeah, one of the chicken places. Buffalo Wild Wings. He does, other shit for huge companies that have nothing to do with the reptiles. He also did the US Arc shit for free. So yeah, I know what a lot of you are saying. A lot of you are saying, well, it looks like the US Bank logo, but there's more to it than that. Okay, more to it than that. You want to use Blake Stewart? Believe me, he'll knock out all your marketing and branding needs. And go give him a follow, because a lot of you guys are actually on the way to being able to afford a guy like that. Now, also, I want to throw out the sponsor ad for Sean Gray and Lori Gray over at Herps Exotic Reptiles. They are crushing it. They're going to be in Conroe, Texas on September 14th and 15th. They're going to be in Belton, Texas on October 5th and October 6th. They're going to be in Rosenberg, Texas on November 2nd and 3rd. You wouldn't think Texas was home for a lot of Jewish people, but it is. And they chose Rosenberg to be that home. Okay. Sulphur, Louisiana. They're going to be there November 9th and 10th. They're going to be in West Monroe, Louisiana, November 16th and 17th. I'm kind of with Tom Segura on this. I'm all for building a fucking wall, but if you're going to build that wall, build it around Louisiana, okay? There's just fucking weird people there who will end up fucking you in the long run, okay? And there's too many Cajun people there, and you never know what the fuck these Cajun people are saying. So avoid Louisiana at all costs. Anyway, they'll be in Denison, Texas at, November 23rd, 24th. They'll be in Austin, Texas. I would ordinarily tell you to avoid Austin, Texas, too, because there's too many fucking liberal fucktards there. But, listen, Joe Rogan lives there. Okay, you can't hate it. Elon Musk lives there. Can't hate it. December 7th and 8th, they'll be in Austin. And then they'll be back. They'll have to climb the wall again into Slidell, Louisiana on December 14th and 15th. Go visit them now at herpshow.net. And what we're going to do before we bring on my boy Matt here is we're gonna go over one other sponsor, and he's the other guy that's fucking killing it right now. Okay. And that's Charlie over at Gray Rider Reptiles. Okay. If you need a shed test, there's no better place you could go to than Charlie. I'm going to rattle off these fucking genes that he has shed test available for. He has just as many as the big guys who have had millions of dollars put behind them. And Charlie fucking works in a garage. I honestly got to say, I hope Charlie puts these fuckers out of business. Okay. Charlie has available genetic shed tests for Desert Ghost, VPI Exantic, Wookie, Hypo, Mojave, Phantom, Yellow Belly, Spider, Sunset, Clown, Bongo, Lavender Albino, Special, Russo, Gravel, Champagne, Puzzle, Cryptic, Spot Nose Candy, Lesser, Piebald, Asphalt, Genetic Stripe, Chocolate, Hurricane, Albino, Bamboo, Ultramel, A and B. I don't even follow Ultramel. I didn't even know there were two types for that. And Spark. Who the fuck follows Spark? Charlie is really fucking just getting down in the weeds here and fucking has a genetic test for Spark. Who the fuck is working with Spark? Anyway, Charlie is the guy, okay? Charlie is the guy basically disrupting the shed testing business. And I love the fact that a company with millions of dollars put into them has had meetings specifically about Charlie, the guy working in his garage. Okay, reminds me of the PC Mac days, where fucking people in the garage could put Bill Gates out of business and could put Hewlett Packard out of business and could put these other big fucking companies out of business by doing it from your fucking garage. That's what Charlie's doing them. Go check him out at shedtesting.com. I think there's a 15 or 20% code if you use Fatman 15 or Fatman 20. I don't really know, because Charlie gives like discount codes to all the other shit podcasts out there. And listen, Charlie always gives me the best coupon code. So it's probably 20. I'm not going to lie. Charlie just did a contest for the Patreon people where he gave away 5 free shed tests. So, basically all my money is in with Charlie. Again, shedtesting.com. Go check him out. All right. Now, there's something special here. Okay. I got a fucking old school guy who really doesn't do these fucking look at Paul with the fucking super chat. Boom, $50. Fucking that Deadpool really paid off for fucking Paul. I'm gonna have Paul pay for a lot more of the Canada trip than he thinks he is. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But thank you, Paul. I appreciate you. Anyway, fucking legend Matt Parks is here. What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
Dude, everybody knows you, but they don't know you. Okay. It's like nobody knows what you look like. I think that picture that you gave me was the first picture that somebody actually put online of you. Okay. And I realized that this motherfucker looks like he's 23 years old, but he fucking has all these stories to tell from being with like Limey and Robin and all these big shots over the years. So first of all, tell everybody who you are, where you're from, how they could get a hold of you and order from you. And let's just do a quick elevator pitch, and then we'll kind of move on from there.
Right on. Yeah, Matt Parks from Pangea Reptile. You probably can't get a hold of me. It's very difficult. And you can definitely check out our website, pangeareptile.com, for anything you need. We have great customer service. They're there to help you. Yeah, there you go.
Right. What does Pangea do?
What do we do? What does Pangea do? Crested geckos mainly. That's how we started. It's kind of the foundation of the whole thing. So heavily crested gecko oriented, you could say. We manufacture gecko foods. We sell reptile supplies, all kinds. We manufacture reptile supplies, and we have a good time doing it. So,
well, and you've been gigantic for a while now, right? It's like, yeah. When we came into it, we weren't into geckos at all. and we came into it and we heard of you guys. Okay. So how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing reptiles since high school. So, mid 1990s.
Okay. And how long has Pangea been a company?
Yeah. So I started Pangea in 2001.
Okay.
So 23 years.
Okay. And why did you start Pangea? Like, what kind of hole in the market were you going after with Pangea? Because it couldn't have been just crested geckos, right?
It literally was just crested geckos.
Was it just crested geckos? Yeah.
Just crested geckos. That's all I did, just crested geckos in my basement. And then they graduated to my basement and my spare room. And from there, I had to get space outside of there. But even when we started selling dry goods, it was still out of my house, my basement, my spare bedroom, my garage, wherever there was space, the living room, everywhere. So
you were one of those people with reptiles in every room in the house?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Reptiles or reptile supplies. Yeah. Show supplies, everywhere.
And when did you start the move to do supplies and food and everything else? Because everybody, like every gecko guy I know orders food from you. So when did you decide to start doing that?
Well, we started selling food probably at the same time we started selling dry goods. So we were selling Zoom Ed, we were selling everything. The manufacturing of the food started in about 2013, I would say.
Okay.
I think that's when we released it. Yeah.
And what was the reasoning behind that? Were you just like, these other companies aren't doing the food the way I want to do it?
Yeah. Well, I knew I had a good product. My geckos were doing good on it, and I knew there was demand for it. So obviously you do that.
Right. Okay. Did you go to college for any of this or?
No. I went to college for, I think, 2 semesters and decided that wasn't for me. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I did the same thing. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody else should probably not do that. I don't recommend it. It's probably not good for everybody, but it wasn't for me.
No, it's a ripoff. It's a waste of time. I had a book in college that the book was just called Math. In college, I had a book that was just called Math. That's how stupid I was. Okay. But like fucking
it was a community college.
They were just like, yeah, this guy's not going to do anything with math. Yeah, fuck, he's just going to learn the basics. Okay.
Basics.
Yeah, it was just called Math. Okay. I also had a book that was just called Words. Okay. And it was just me learning words. Right. They knew, they were like, this guy's not going to do anything that it's going to
learn the words pretty good.
Education. Yeah. Not cool. So when was the first year that you were like, all right, Pangea is really making money. I'm going to be able to do this full time.
Full time, I started in 2005, but that was well before I ever thought I was making enough money. It was just kind of a jump into the deep end, just do it and see what happens kind of thing. Yeah, I made $12,000 in my first year. $12,000 to pay, I had to eat on that. I had to pay my house payment, my car payment, everything.
Right. So, did you have support doing it from like your family or from anybody else?
I had kind of skepticism from my family mostly. I didn't have financial support of any kind. No, it was credit card debt for a little while, not a lot. I paid it off as fast as I could, but it was really just like I think I can do this. I'm going to go for it. And it was scary the first couple of years for sure.
And when did it hit that point where you were like, oh, I'm making a pretty good living at this thing?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that. No,
yeah,
we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah,
and we're doing okay now, but how big is it, Pangea right now as far as employees?
Right now we have just under 40 employees, I would say.
Okay, under 40. So you were thrown in the mix then as like a CEO before you knew what a CEO actually does, right?
Yeah, and so it's a lot of paperwork and administrative stuff that I don't love. So yeah,
I was gonna say, how much of that versus how much of the actual keeping do you do now?
Right. So probably 3-4 years ago, I was doing a lot more of that, and I brought on a general manager, John, and he takes care of a lot of the day-to-day stuff, and that allows me to do kind of a little bit more of what I like to do. So the past 3 years or so, I've been able to kind of get back into having geckos at home even, and some of the species that I've kind of always wanted to keep. So
Okay. So now Pangea is selling geckos, food, supplements, things like that, and dragons.
Dragons, I don't think we saw any dragons.
No, you don't sell dragons. Okay.
No, I don't think so.
So
Maybe
what, do you only sell geckos?
Pretty much just geckos. Yeah.
Just geckos. Okay. Any particular type or a whole bunch?
Just crested geckos, and we have pretty much the whole, rainbow of flavors.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, when you like 2 years ago, there was that one dude in Vegas that made like 250 grand on crested geckos, right? In that one show. Were you like, all right, that gecko craze is coming?
Yeah,
we're gonna fucking do it now.
Well, good for him though, right? I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen, if you have the right thing at the right time. But a lot of times you have to suffer through like nothing like that's happening anywhere.
Right.
You have to. That's more like what it is. That stuff happens every once in a while when things are really hot, and hopefully you hit that, but probably not.
Well, and what's the ratio as far as Pangea goes now to geckos sold versus supplements and food and everything else?
Yeah. So I mean, it's going definitely in favor of foods and supplements and things like that, and supplies, as opposed, to geckos. But we still sell a lot of geckos. It's an important part of what we do. I think it's how we started. So,
And when you do shows, is the majority of sales geckos or food?
It's like 50-50. It's probably even more, supplies. So supplies take up 99% of the space,
right?
And account for probably like 78 to 80% like of the sales. So,
and are you guys in a big giant warehouse or multiple warehouses?
Yeah, we were in multiple warehouses. That was a pain in the butt. So now we're in one big warehouse.
Right, one really big one. Okay.
Yeah.
And where are you guys located?
West Michigan, so Grand Rapids area.
Okay. So you guys are in an area that it's not necessarily known for geckos, right? So
I mean, we're in the Midwest. There's a shit load of geckos here, and gecko breeders.
Right. Well, yeah. I'm more a snake and lizard guy, so I don't do geckos much. But I remember buying like the first blizzard lizard from Jay over at Prehistoric Pets, like in 1999 or 2000, and that motherfucker died. Right, motherfucker died. Cost like $2,200 for this fucking gecko, and I'm like, I'm gonna get the gecko. I'm gonna breed geckos and make a lot of money. Yeah, that didn't work.
It didn't work out for you.
No, it didn't work out at all. Okay, but like it didn't even work out a little bit. Okay, it was just constant loss. But that was when everything was just leopard geckos. The crested geckos. I would imagine you're kind of in the middle of that craze right now. Would that be a correct?
We're past the middle of it. I think. I hope it keeps going like indefinitely, but so where the middle is, I don't know. But we're past the initial wave. The popularity wave that kind of crested, and then now we're in kind of the serious people are still in it. Things are starting to happen with genetics and crested geckos, and that's driving new interest in it. So I don't know. The future is kind of wide open for crested geckos. Where we go?
Well, there's a whole thing that you have to look out for. Like Crystal, who's in the chat, she's from Canada. She's Gecko Diva. She does cresteds, and like there's all this shit that you have to worry about, right? Like fucking bone density and body formation or whatever.
You don't have to worry about that with snakes.
Well, you do, but fucking it's like ball pythons are easy, right? Like you put two ball pythons together, they're gonna fuck no matter what, and you're gonna get eggs no matter what. That's why all these ball python people that think that they're artists just piss me off. It's like you're with an animal that's gonna have sex with another animal anyway. Okay. It's a little bit harder from what I understand for the gecko people.
It's not. It's exactly. It's really the.
Is it the same thing? Is it the same thing?
Not difficult whatsoever.
So my respect for gecko people is baseless. Is that what you're trying to say?
It's totally baseless. Yeah.
It's totally
Yeah,
baseless.
it requires zero talent. With crested geckos,
Okay.
I'm not saying all geckos, but crested geckos.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to do much. You just have to be able to keep an animal alive, and that's easy.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, Crystal, I'm going to skip your table and when I'm in Canada next week.
I'm sure what she's doing is extraordinary. I don't know,
Right.
but
No, Crystal is fucking awesome. There's a lot of gecko people in Canada. Now, are you worldwide as far as shipping goes and everything else?
yeah, for the most part, we're worldwide. We ship dry goods everywhere. The foods are distributed all over. The geckos, we don't export geckos directly. We'll send them to somebody that sends them out of the country, whatever.
See, here's why I said dragons before.
Yeah.
Because you said dry goods in that weird fucking Midwest accent.
I have the Michigan accent. Yeah, dry goods.
Yeah,
dry.
fuck. Okay. That's why I thought, yeah, fucking A.
Dragons.
Okay,
I was like dragons. I'm like, I haven't sold bearded dragons or any kind of dragons in a long time.
Yeah. And because of your dumb accent, now I look like a jack off. I look like I wasn't paying attention to you. And I'm like, how many dragons do you sell? Yeah. I never even just heard them called dragons, right? Yeah. But you called them dragons. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna call them dragons. Yeah.
Dragons.
No, I just look like an asshole on my own show. So thank you, man.
Sorry about that. Right. That my bad. My stupid Michigan accent. Yeah.
Well, and now I would imagine with 40 employees, Pangea takes up a lot of your time.
Yeah, pretty much all of my time, mostly.
Well, what does Matt Parks like to do outside of this shit?
Yeah. So I kind of had to figure out ways to do what I like to do while I'm doing the things that I do for Pangea. So like going herping. So if we go to a show, we go to Texas, I'm going to go out and look for whatever I can find, and just see it in the wild.
Oh, you fucking herping people. I hate you fucking people.
Yeah. Why? Because you're lazy or what?
No, well, because I'm in a wheelchair, number one. Okay.
Oh, shit.
I'm not really lazy. So
I
thanks
mean,
for
we can make it work. We could make it work.
Handicap shaming me, Matt. I appreciate it. No, because fucking you fucking see an animal, okay? You see an animal that's probably been waiting days for a fucking rat to walk by it so it could have dinner, right? Yeah. And then you just snatch that animal up.
I don't snatch anything up, man. I just I snatch a picture and then I get the fuck out of there.
Look at this. Limey brought it right back down to my fucking world. Strippers. You're a big strippers fan. That's okay. You didn't think with Limey being here that shit wasn't gonna get out, did you? All right.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I know. I heard Matt was not present for any of these stories that they've told us on the Storyteller series. You've been doing national shows for how long?
Since I was at the first Tinley, so in 2001, I was at that when I was actually helping out at the show. I was in an evening venue.
So you've seen your share of parties, okay?
I've seen a couple.
And there was one story I heard, okay? I'm not going to say from who, but you're going to know, all right, that you had to use a Costco card because you left your driver's license at the strip club to get a flight.
Sam's Club. The same Club. Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same thing. But they have like a little digital picture on there, and that got me through TSA, got me on the plane. So yeah, because I left my driver's license because of Limey at a bar.
Is Limey like just a quick snapshot of your life? Would Limey be one of the hardest party people that you ever met at that time? Because he's not doing it now. He's not doing that shit now.
It's affected the economy overall, I think.
Yeah. I've heard stories about Limey that were fucking just, and Limey's one of those people that you never know what he looks like, okay, unless you meet him, okay, because he has a rule at his table. He has a sign there that says no pictures, don't tag me in anything, and people do it. So like I've seen pictures before I met Limey where somebody asked me, is that Limey? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Okay. And the only way I knew he was limey was when I met him at Daytona, which he doesn't even remember, by the way, in like 2016. And I knew the voice, you know. So
Yeah.
that's how I knew it was fucking limey. But yeah, he's one of those fucking Ralph Davis level rock stars that you hear fucking stories about. So if you were doing this in 2001, you saw the ball python market explode, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Why did you not ever try to dip your toe in that and try to
You
make a
know,
little money at least, you know?
I listened to the whole intro thing with the puzzle. Was it a puzzle ball python, all this stuff, and like just like the animal itself and like the genetic. Yeah, it's just never appealed to me. I don't know. I have to like.
Yeah,
both
but
things.
you guys kind of had the same thing with these cresties, with these
totally. But I like
lily whites and lemon backs and all that.
Yeah.
And what about the crested gecko? Where you like, oh, this is the shit that I want to make more of?
Yeah, I guess it's just like I was just drawn to geckos more than ball pythons. Like to me, ball pythons didn't really do anything for me, you know.
Right.
So
you never even considered it.
What's that?
You never even considered it then?
No.
Not even when fucking you're looking at Brock Wagner at a Daytona with fucking pockets full of cash, where he looks like a fucking Oompa Loompa in his cargo pants because he has so much money there. Because I got to tell you, when the fucking guy made 250 grand in Vegas, I was like, huh, man, I could breed some geckos.
Maybe,
right?
Yeah, they're so easy, like, right? No.
The whole thing is I don't really like getting my hands dirty, and don't geckos fucking lay their eggs in like a hole. Then you got
like some dirt. Yeah,
that's
a little
lot
thing.
of work. Yeah, that's a lot of work. That's I got a skink right now. That's the best animal that I ever owned.
Really? What kind of
reptile that eats dog food. You know, it's like
lettuce and some dog food or something.
Yeah, this is literally the fucking best animal. I fucking buy dog food on Amazon once a month. You know, just you know, I don't got to bring.
Yeah, you should maybe vary its diet. Give it some strawberries or something. Maybe
I occasionally give it bananas and blueberries, and fucking got to tell you, the banana makes that thing fucking shit like water. Like my skink turns into a howitzer whenever I feed him fucking bananas. Actually, fucking rockets from one side of the cage to the other. Right,
that makes him less enjoyable. You know, for sure.
Yeah. No, I'll agree with that. Now, where is Pangea going to go in 5 years? Like, what's the exit plan? Do you have one? Do you have a family? Do you want to leave it to your kids? What's going on with all of that?
Yeah. I don't really know. I focus on kind of like what's going on right now and the immediate future, the distant future. You know, I try not to focus too much on that, but continue to come up with some new and innovative products. Hopefully, that's
actually kind of awesome. That you're the one guy that's like head of a multi-million-dollar company, and you're like, the future? Nah, fuck it.
Yeah,
let's see what happens.
Really, you focus on what's in front of you, and the far out future has so many variables that you don't know about, right?
Right. No, I agree. Did COVID affect Pangea at all, or no?
Say what?
Did COVID affect Pangea at all?
Oh yeah, definitely. COVID
positively or negatively?
Both, really. I mean, sales were crazy because everybody was shopping online. You know, everybody was stuck inside, so they wanted to get like new shit for their animals. So sales were crazy, but like workers were hard to find. Good workers were impossible to find.
Right.
You know, so it was like we had tons of orders, but we didn't have enough staff to fill them on time. So we were always, before COVID, like you ordered it that day, you got it shipped out that day. And then we got a little behind because of that. You know, things got behind, and that's just never the way we were before. So it was, you know, it changed things.
Well, let's see. I got two questions now from the people. Do you want to address the alleged controversy with his crested gecko diet? This is how little research I do with my guests. I didn't know that there was a fucking controversy.
So there is some talk, a lot of talk. Then there's a lot of smoke about some issues with our food that we have kind of tried to get some evidence to support that, and we haven't got that. So there's a lot of you know, online kind of, I get whatever you want to call it.
Mm.
We're unable to kind of get the information that we need to verify that. However, we have gone through everything that we can do on our end to make sure that that's not the case. So nothing has been substantiated.
Right.
But, we'd like to open up kind of a way for people to communicate directly with us calmly and in a way that is conducive to finding a solution to whatever this is.
Well, and just so you know, the person that asked that question was a dick, and he likes to start drama all the time. So fuck him. Okay. But he shows up for all of my shows, so I get, gotta love him.
Well, you gotta have some people watch.
Gotta love him. And then the other one was what's going on with the Pixel project?
The Pixel project I've kind of been hands off on, so that's a question. What you have to get John on, talk to him.
I don't even know what it is. Okay.
Yeah. So, I kind of know what's going on, but I don't want to talk about it because I'll probably say the wrong thing. So,
okay.
It's more of a John thing.
Okay. John who?
John is the general manager.
Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, 5-year plan. Fuck it. You're going to just see what happens. And then do you have a family or no?
Yeah. So I have a kid. I have a son. He's 10 years old.
Okay.
Yep.
And
that's
do
it.
you
I
ever
don't have a wife or anything. I've got.
I know those are the worst, right? Like it's
fucking. I don't know. Yours or your girlfriend or your wife. I don't know. She seems all right. She's like handling some shit.
Yeah. No. My girlfriend is awesome. Okay.
Solid, right?
But the second that you fucking put that ring on the finger, they just become cheating whores. Okay. All right. I'm just saying. Okay? That and fucking. Like I've been married before, so I've been to that point in my life where you're so miserable that you just pick a spot on the wall and just focus on that spot on the wall, right? And but anyway, regardless, do you have any aspirations of the kid taking over the business, or are you just like, I don't care, we've got to do whatever he does?
He wants to be like a YouTube, gamer, of course.
As a guy that works, doesn't that piss you off?
A little bit, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, these guys are making so much money, and all they're doing is doing what they love, which is kind of what I did. So
but it's a little different. All right, as an old guy,
because they're playing games.
It's a little different. Like my niece wants to be a YouTube influencer, and as a person who worked all his life, that makes me furious. Okay, and I get so mad at her, right? So
why not? Like, right? Like,
well,
if they're so good at a game, so good at talking about a game, like talking about playing a game while they're doing it.
Yeah, I guess,
right?
It would, that's why I was a big Barcheck fan, but I was not a fan of the Animal Con thing. Just because I was like, oh my God, now you're teaching people how to do this, like this is a measurable skill. Like you're making likability a measurable fucking skill. Jesus Christ, fucking let's see what Pangea is 50% of what I feed. The people having issues are doing it wrong from the ground up. There's no controversy. Just idiots blaming foods for their shitty husbandry. Fuck those people. Yeah, there you go. Dick, you have reinstated yourself as fucking #1 Fatman fan. Good deal. Fuck those people. You must get that a lot where fucking people will just shoot out random complaints online, right?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of gecko keepers feed Pangea. So obviously if a gecko wants, his belly up, it's the food.
Yeah.
That's what they want,
It's pretty safe to say when you get 55 Pangea food rocks comments in the fucking chat, if your gecko drops dead, it's not from fucking Pangea, okay? And also a lot of times, like there's been times where we've had excellent husbandry on ball pythons, and you just fucking open a tub one day and that fucker is dead.
Yeah, for like no reason.
It just happens with fucking reptiles. And these are the people that are really into it. Like you probably have the majority of your people are probably well, I don't even want to say that. I was going to say pet keepers as opposed to breeders.
It's like no, that's a good mix. I mean, a lot of them are breeders. So,
Okay, a lot of them are breeders, right?
yeah.
So if other breeders are fucking using it, for their animals, I'm pretty sure it's fucking safe.
Right.
Yeah, fuck these people. How many fucking shitheads do you deal with a week
A
online?
ton of shitheads. A ton of shits. I probably don't get as much hate mail as you, but
yeah, no, I get 12 emails a week telling me to go kill myself. So fucking, it's
that's
pretty
great.
bad.
I mean,
But
yeah, people are
fucking,
great.
when I had to get my leg chopped off, I was getting emails like, "Fuck you! I'm glad your leg is getting chopped off." Yeah, so at least you don't get that, all right?
Yeah.
And you're allegedly killing geckos. I didn't even do that. Okay, fucking, they couldn't even do shit with me. Yeah, no, it's the worst. And
Yeah.
I've had this trouble this week, where I was getting so irritated with a dude talking shit online that I actually engaged with them online. And I did it knowing that it was gonna be just like nobody wins in that situation, right?
Yeah.
Luckily I won though. Fuck that crippled motherfucker, all right? Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. But it is what it is. And you don't engage. You try not to engage.
Yeah, I mean, so I kind of went off of Facebook and like social media a couple years ago, and I haven't really looked back. I don't miss it one bit. Yeah,
Right.
I feel like we're doing that.
You don't want to show off every vacation that you take.
No, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if people see what I do or think it's amazing or shitty or whatever.
Yeah. It's just unbelievable. So overall, do you have any things happening in Pangea that are big or not so much like what what you do, like outside of your purview of regular day-to-day business? Do you have anything coming up that's outside of that?
Yeah, we are developing new products all the time. That's a big part of what I've been able to start doing recently.
Right.
And that's what I love to do. So in the near future, we'll see some of that starting to come out. And I think that will really kind of reinforce our brand and everything that we have to offer. So there's that. We have crested geckos, like the breeding of the crested geckos. We picked up a lot of geckos from Geckological. We bought kind of most of their collection. So we have a lot of new blood that's come in that's going to allow us to kind of play with a lot of the different genetic things. And Tom's been helping us kind of decide what to do with it and steer, and Tom's from Geckological, steer kind of what we breed and what we're going to come up with. So I think we should have some cool stuff coming up.
Okay. So Pangea is really a place that it's almost like a one-stop shop. If you're into crested geckos, you could pretty much get everything you need from,
or for any reptile really. But the Reptichips, is that what you were talking about earlier?
It's one of the sponsors. Yeah. Reptichip.
Reptichips. Okay. Yeah. What's that all about?
Well, that's JT Tomlinson. It's cocoa bedding. He was probably one of the first in the country to actually do the cocoa bedding back, 10 years ago or 9 years ago. Basically, a good guy. His fucking house burned down about 5 years ago. And the community came together to take care of his animals. Basically, ran auctions, a lot like they did what I did when I lost my leg. So you definitely can't hate the community, okay? Because the community there's good people. The thing is that everybody thinks that we have more of a shithead community than good. Even I always say like 80% of the community is just assholes, right? But 20% of the community is awesome, and they keep you coming back because you like being in the community with them. I refined that a little bit after they did a lot for me, and now I say about 70% are assholes and 30% are good people.
Yeah,
but the 70% that are assholes, that they make you want to quit every day.
Well, they're so much louder than the good people.
Right, exactly. But if fucking 10 people love your product, maybe one guy will leave you a review. If one guy hates your product, 10 times out of 10 times he'll fucking leave a review. Look at the 85% asshole. I agree. Fucking and I think that Limey could get away with saying that the same way I get away with saying that is because we've been doing this for a while now. And it's like you've seen the assholes come and go, You've seen fucking like just a ton of people, but like I don't even know the crested community, but I would imagine that it's pretty safe to say 80% are assholes, right? Like it's fucking.
I would
It's
say
like
it always feels like 80% are assholes. I don't know because like I said,
yeah,
they're
you're
so
right.
loud, right?
Maybe they're so loud that it just feels that way, you know.
Yeah. But either way,
But then,
it definitely always feels like that.
well, then you meet them at a show though, and you're like, ugh. I wouldn't talk to 80% of the people that I've met here today in the real world, right? Like fucking.
Yeah, at the shows, I don't feel like that. I feel like everybody's cool, but online,
well, at the shows, you get at least everybody acts cool, right? Because I've had people that I know fucking hate me come up to me at shows and be like, "Yo, will you take a picture with me?" And "Yo, will you take fucking all this other shit?" So you know, I'm just like, I'm like a fucking like a whore for sponsors or anything. So I'm like, fucking yeah, I'll take a picture with you. Yeah, I don't even care if I hate you, right? But like the Morph Market guy, the new guy, just fucking hated me right off the bat, right? And Morph Market was my first sponsor to the show, right? When John was running it, okay? Darian came over. He listened to another show of mine where I fucking kind of just ripped on liberal thinking. And the next day he was like, "Yeah, we decided we're not sponsoring any podcast anymore." And fucking it was a cunt move. But what was more of a cunt move was as soon as he sent that message, he fucking unfriended me so I couldn't respond. And I was like, what a bitch. A bitch is running Morph Market now. I miss John, like fucking. And then Darian got in touch with me recently, and the whole thing was like a fucking misunderstanding.
Yeah.
And you know, so I'll take a picture with Darian at the next show. I don't give a fuck. Even if Darian's like, "Fuck you, you fucking one-legged fuck," I'll be like, "Come on, let's take a picture, Darian." Let him know how it is, right? Who out there would you say is comparable competition for Pangea? Would it be like Dubio? Would it be Josh's Frogs? Would it, you know, would it be any of these bigger companies?
Yeah, I mean, all of them are competition to some degree. The weird thing is a lot of them we collaborate with on different things and work with on projects or joint ventures. Josh's Frogs, we've talked to a lot about doing stuff like that. Reptile Basics, we do a lot with Robin from Redline. We do a lot with. So there's a lot of competition. There's also a lot of like kind of I don't know, allies, I guess you would say.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I get it. I fucking get it. Well, now, how could people get in touch? Well, you don't want them to get in touch with you, but they can.
No, they can get in touch with me. I mean, they can.
Nah, you don't want that. You don't want that.
It'll probably get missed in my emails, but because I don't look at them. Yeah.
So you have a person that does all that?
Yeah, I mean, I probably should. Yeah.
Yeah. You and me both. All right.
Right.
So
right.
VIP Morphs is going to take a picture with me in Canada next week, and VIP Morphs hates me. Okay.
Yeah,
so
what's going on in Canada?
The CRBE, that's their big reptile show. We got invited down with a couple other people. And we're just gonna take the ride up and see what's up and see what's going on in Canada, because they got a casino there that I love right in Toronto. And I would really like to spend some time there. And I don't even have to. I'll spend 10 minutes of the show and then I'll go over to the casino, and just do what I got to do. So just make that appearance and then head on out to go be a gambling degenerate and lose money, So
well, you never know.
What I do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You never know. See, the problem that I have is in 2006, I think I hit for $280,000, right?
Damn.
And that started a fucking like I'm just gonna go to the casino whenever I need money. Yeah, that doesn't work. Like fucking 20 years later, that does not work. Okay.
Like 280,000. So did you just blow through that gambling it away again?
Well, we were really successful in California, so we were, making 50, 80 grand a month. So it was really like, we had a business and that was doing really well, and I was a musician, and we were signed, and we did, so we were doing really well. When you come back and make a normal person salary, it's not. They always say money can't buy happiness, and I was a lot happier in my McMansion than I am in my 1-bedroom house right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just I would hate to think that I peaked at 26, like that's just the worst feeling in the world. You don't want to be like, that's the best I'm ever gonna be. But fucking from the way
people
things
used to live to be like 35, so that would have been
dude,
perfect.
if I was 35, I would have spent the money a lot smarter. Okay. So if I was 35, I'd be like, yeah, maybe there'll be a time where I won't have this money anymore. At 26, you're like, oh, this shit's gonna come in forever,
Right.
but like I'm good. Yeah, it does not, okay, unless you work at it. All right. So all right. So all right, Pangea Reptile, right? Is there any dumb underscores in between that, or is it right?
Nope.
Pangea Reptile.
It's all one word. It's all one word. Yep. Right. There's just no S on the end. But even if you do put an S on the end, it'll still get you there. So.
It still gets you there, right? Fucking cool. Okay, and Pangea Reptile is also the name of the website.
That's right.
All right, so everybody in the fucking in the chat, go buy some fucking gecko food. Even if you don't have a gecko, buy some fucking gecko food and try it out. Try it out, see if it's good. Right, see what's up.
And see what else we have too, because we have more than that.
Well, right. Well, the great thing was I told Matt we had talked for a couple of weeks beforehand, and I'm like, yeah, if you want to do like a discount code and all that. Matt was just like, nah, I'm good. Like I'm like, oh, all right, you don't want to do it. He goes, yeah, I'll never do it. I'm lazy. He's like, I'm not. I got to do something with the database and all this other shit. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. He goes, our prices are already so low that we don't got to worry about it. So I'm like, all right, fucking cool. So everybody fucking prove him right. Go to fucking Pangea Reptile and buy some shit. Fucking buy some shit and eat it yourself. Okay. Fucking just make it happen. Matt, thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Limey's like, what a twat. Yeah, Limey doesn't like Limey just doesn't care, right? Like fucking and he uses words where you're like, man, I would have picked a better word than that, Limey. Like fucking at
least when he's texting it in, I can understand what he's saying.
Oh, dude, fucking A. Yeah, do you still get those 2 a.m. texts from Limey? He's like, no, I was just watching what
it's just gibberish. It's mumbling and gibberish, yeah.
Oh my God. All right, Matt Parks, Pangea Reptile. Brother, you can either hop in the back, hang out for 5 minutes. I'll be there in 5 minutes. If not, you can head out because I know that you have a real successful business. So you can't just hang out until 4 a.m. like a dumb, illegitimate podcaster can. So if you want to hang out, that's cool. If not, I won't be offended. But I definitely will check in with you in a week or two and just kind of figure out how things went and see if you want to come on again. So thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. All right, brother. I'll talk to you later, okay? All right. Fucking Matt, Pangea Reptile, fucking cool guy. I love talking about people that actually learned how to scale their fucking business. It's just interesting as fuck. And Matt's an interesting guy. He's like Josh Willard from Josh's Frogs and those other bigger guys that found a way to make a living off reptiles, like a legit living off reptiles, not like fucking, I'm going to go to a ball python show this weekend and sell a bunch of animals. Anyway, listen, fucking people, Chris from Sea Serpents. If you don't have a Sea Serpents rack in your house, you're a fucking pussy, right? You're just a fucking pussy. I mean, who needs a Freedom Breeder rack in your fucking room if you only have 3 snakes? Okay? You get a Freedom Breeder, it fucking takes up 2 refrigerators worth of space. It's a 2 refrigerator footprint. Fucking buy from Chris. You got a little piece of furniture that you can keep in your living room and go from there. I've been a big fan of Chris. He's been doing this forever. We bought a ton of fucking snake racks from him before he even sponsored the show. We had 4 4-foot incubators from Sea Serpents also, which was actually Hotbox back then. That's what they were calling it. There was a different guy running it, but Chris kind of took over the Hotbox thing. So go get a Sea Serpents rack. PVC rack for all your fucking reptile needs. Okay. I'm pretty sure we hit all the sponsors so far. Now, I want to thank everybody for sticking around. Now, we're going to be in Canada not next week, but the week after, which means that I'm going to be in Canada on the 15th, which I normally put out a Snakes and a Fat Man show on the 15th. So what we're trying to do is trying to do something live from the CRBE where it'll basically happen kind of in the afternoon, but we're trying to put together something where we could do a live and interview a bunch of Canadian people. We got a ton of the bigger Canadian people coming down to hang out with us. We got Adam Wickens, we got fucking Jube, okay? Fucking Juju. Who the fuck would have thought that the Fat Man and Juju would hang out? But fucking yeah, that's gonna happen over at CRB. My girl Christy Lynn over at CRB. My girl fucking Crystal from fucking Gecko Diva, who we're gonna send her husband out for some pizza. And we're just gonna see what happens. Okay. Me and Paul gonna just see what happens. And listen, stop by if you happen to be in Canada. Okay. Stop by, make sure you say hello to us, make sure you take a picture with us, make sure you fucking listen. If you have COVID though, stay the fuck away. Okay, don't be spreading the kung flu. Okay, I don't want to come back to America with the kung flu. Yeah, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna fucking rock it out in Canada for the weekend. Paul and I are leaving on the 14th. We're coming back on the 16th. Shane and Steven are going out there probably for the whole week. I believe they're going to Wilma Rose's place beforehand. We're going to be at Billy's place all together Friday night. So definitely come hang out with us this weekend if you're in Canada. Okay. Other than that, Hot Chick episode every Sunday. My one black friend, my one white friend every Sunday. I don't know which one we're doing this Sunday because I haven't had time to fucking look. Okay. Look, I haven't had time. I'm one guy with a part-time helper. Okay. Fucking what are you gonna do? Okay. A lot of shit, a lot of moving parts to this whole fucking Fat Man Nation thing. Anyway, if you follow me, you'll see where we are. If you like what you saw here tonight, drop us a line on Patreon and join the Patreon page. And if you don't want to join the Patreon page, go sign up at least on the website, thefatmannation.com, to get all the updates that you'll need to keep you happy and laughing a little bit. Okay. That's all we're trying to do, to make people laugh. All right, guys. I will see you in 2 weeks, maybe in 1 week. Oh, I'm going on fucking LMK show. I think one day next week. I don't really know what date fucking is. He apparently has an issue with me. I think that he wants to throw down a little bit on air. So we're going to do that. I look forward to doing that and it being his highest rated show that he ever got, just because I'm on. And, we'll basically go from there. So I will see you guys, some point in the next week or so. All right, guys, take it easy. I'm going to fucking do the dumb little hat thing and, fucking just send you out with the old intro.